Hi guys, this is Beekeeper Charlotte coming to you from Carolina Honeybees Farm. I've really enjoyed watching everybody do their videos this week. As some of you know, my dad passed away 2 weeks ago. So I have been really busy and stressed out and helping Mother deal with all those things. And I'm behind on everything. I'm behind in the blog group. I'm behind in the bee yard. The house is a wreck. The honey house is a wreck. Yes, Robin, I actually have a honey house. Just to give you an idea here, my husband calls it my little playhouse. But I have a honey extractor, jars, and all those things we beekeepers have. And today, what I'm doing is I've come down to check on my beeswax. Beeswax is an important byproduct for beekeepers. It's very expensive for the bees to make it, and we want to get all the use out of it that we can. After I have extracted honey from the comb, I will take the cappings that I have cut off and put it in the solar melter. And as the beeswax melts, it will take the shape of whatever container I have in there. And that looks right pretty, right? But on the bottom side, not so pretty. All the gunk and stuff that's in the beeswax will end up on the bottom. So what I do with that is I will break that up into smaller pieces, add some water to it, and put it in this little, it's like a fryer, but we've fixed it to where it has a spout here. And what this does is allows us to gently melt that wax. And the cool thing about beeswax is that beeswax will float on top of water. So when the beeswax is all melted, and I keep my temperature very low so as to not make it dark and ugly. If the wax is overheated, it's dark and ugly. So I will very gently heat the wax, and then I can pour it out of this little spout right here. And if you get in a hurry, do not pay attention to what you're doing and spill it on your hand. It burns. I put it into my wonderful McDonald's sweet tea cups and leave it to set. Then I can come back the next day. The beeswax will have cooled. And when I pour it out of the cup, or take the wax out of the cup, it will look like this. And you'll see a lot of pretty beeswax. And then here you'll have your gunk. So what I do is I take my handy butcher knife and I will scrape the gunk off of the end of the beeswax. And what that will do is it will give me a supply back here of relatively clean wax. Now once I get finished cleaning all the wax and I'm ready to go to the candle making phase, I will clean out this little pot that I have, and then I will only put clean wax in there. Again, not heating it very hot because that makes the wax become brown. And when I get the wax melted, I again will get it out through the spout. I will put it into a clean cup, and then I will pour it into these silicone molds. They have a wick that comes up, and then the silicone molds in here are different shapes. I can leave those to dry or cool for a couple of hours, and then, ta-da! You have beeswax candles. They're not as fancy as the rolled sheet candles, but because they contain so much more beeswax, they burn a lot longer. And beeswax candles sell for about $16 a pound because there's just not a lot of excess beeswax. Our honeybees have to consume a lot of honey to make beeswax, and so we don't have a lot of waste. So I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hope everybody's doing good. Let Robin see my honey house. It's kind of a she shed. It's like a she shed to the max. And hi Julia and Thea and everybody. I hope you're having a good week. And please pray for me that I can get back on schedule and get on with my life and do what I need to do. and not lose my mind during all this time. So I hope everybody in the group is being prosperous and getting their digital product out there. I haven't been online as much as I would like, so I hope I haven't missed the promo stuff. I hope everybody has a good night, and this is Beekeeper Charlotte buzzing off. Bye.